John Wick is a 2014 action thriller film directed by Chad Stahelski and written by Derek Kolstad. John Wick, a legendary hitman who comes out of retirement to seek revenge against the men who killed his dog, a final gift from his recently deceased wife. Plot: in New York City, John Wick, played by Keanu Reeves, is grieving the death of his wife Helen, who had arranged for him to receive a beagle puppy to help cope with his loss. A few days later, a group of Russian gangsters led by Iosef Tarasov, played by Alfie Allen, accost John at a gas station and fail to intimidate him into selling them his 1969 Mustang GT. That night, they break into John's home, assault him, kill the puppy, and steal the car. Iosef takes the Mustang to a chop shop to remove its identifying details, but the shop owner, Aurelio, played by John Leguizamo, recognizes it and refuses service. Aurelio informs John that Iosef is the son of Vigo Tarasov, played by Michael Nyqvist, the boss of New York City's Russian mafia. Upon learning of his son's actions, Vigo berates Iosef for incurring John's wrath. He reveals John was once a hitman in his employ and was renowned and feared in the criminal underworld as the Baba Yaga, a ruthless, relentless man of focus, commitment, and sheer will. After John fell in love with Helen, a civilian, Vigo gave him a seemingly impossible task to earn his freedom. He succeeded. John recovers a concealed stash from his former career that includes weapons and gold coins. He rejects Vigo's attempt to make amends and kills the hit squad subsequently sent to his home. Vigo puts a $2 million bounty on John and enlists John's former mentor, Marcus, played by Willem Dafoe, to kill him. John lodges at the Continental, a luxurious hotel that serves as neutral ground for the underworld and where conducting criminal business is forbidden. Winston, played by Ian McShane, the hotel's owner and John's old friend, informs him that Iosef is at a nightclub called Red Circle. John infiltrates Red Circle and confronts Iosef, but he is attacked by Vigo's henchman Kirill, played by Daniel Bernhardt, and forced to retreat to the Continental for medical attention. As John rests, a hit woman, Miss Perkins, played by Adrienne Palicki, sneaks into his room. Marcus sees Perkins from an adjacent building and fires a warning shot to alert John, who wakes up and subdues her. Perkins reveals Vigo has doubled the bounty for her to kill John in the hotel and has concealed a high-value stash in a church. John hires another hitman, Harry, to secure Perkins, but she kills Harry and escapes. At the church, John destroys Vigo's cache of cash and extensive blackmail material. When Vigo arrives to assess the damage, John assaults him and his men but is hit by Kirill's car and captured. John tells Vigo he will not stop until Iosef is dead because the puppy gave him hope and a chance to not be alone in his grief for Helen. Marcus again intervenes to save John, who kills Kirill and threatens Vigo into revealing Iosef's location in a safe house. John attacks the safe house and kills Iosef. Marcus encourages John to return to his everyday life. Perkins witnesses this and reveals Marcus's duplicity to Vigo, who has him tortured and killed. Vigo calls John to taunt him with the details, drawing him back to the city. Winston has Perkins executed for breaking the Continental's rules, then informs John that Vigo is preparing to leave the city by helicopter. John races to New York Harbor, where he fights and mortally wounds Vigo. John, resigned to dying from his injuries, watches on his phone a video of Helen telling him they need to go home. He breaks into a nearby animal clinic, treats his wounds, and adopts a pit bull puppy scheduled to be euthanized before beginning to walk home. About the film: John Wick, 2014, was directed by Chad Stahelski and produced by Basil Iwanek and David Leitch. The screenplay was written by Derek Kolstad. The cast includes Keanu Reeves, Michael Nyqvist, Alfie Allen, Willem Dafoe, and Adrianne Palicki. The filming of the movie took place primarily in New York City, including locations like Manhattan and Brooklyn, with additional scenes shot in Mill Neck, Long Island. Directed by Chad Stahelski, the film was notable for its intense and realistic action sequences, choreographed with the expertise of Stahelski's background as a stuntman. The music and soundtrack, composed by Tyler Bates and Joel J. Richard, feature a mix of intense instrumental tracks and rock songs, perfectly complementing the film's high-octane action and emotional moments. John Wick was released on October 24, 2014. The film had a production budget of around $20 million to $30 million and grossed over $86 million worldwide, making it a financial success and establishing a strong foundation for future sequels. Critical reception was highly positive, with praise for Keanu Reeves' performance, the film's stylish action sequences, and its world building. Critics and audiences alike appreciated the film's fresh take on the action genre and its meticulous attention to detail in the fight choreography. The legacy of John Wick lies in its revitalization of Keanu Reeves' career and its influence on the action genre, particularly in terms of fight choreography and gunplay. The film has inspired numerous other action movies and has been credited with setting a new standard for the genre. The success of John Wick led to the creation of a franchise, including several sequels: John Wick, Chapter 2, 2017, John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum, 2019, and John Wick, Chapter 4, 2023. The franchise has expanded into other media, including comic books, a video game, and a television series titled The Continental, which will explore the origins of the film's infamous assassin hotel. The John Wick franchise has become a cultural phenomenon, with a dedicated fan base and significant influence on contemporary action cinema. 10 interesting facts about John Wick 2014 movie. 1. Keanu Reeves performed about 90% of his own stunts in the film, undergoing extensive training in judo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and gun handling, 8 hours per day for 4 months. 2. Director Chad Stahelski was Keanu Reeves' stunt double in The Matrix series before making his directorial debut with John Wick. 3. The film popularized the term gun fu, a mix of martial arts and firearm handling, setting a new standard for action choreography. 4. The movie features cameos from notable action stars, including Daniel Bernhardt and David Patrick Kelly. 5. Keanu Reeves' character has only about 80 lines of dialogue in the film. 6. John Wick's car, a 1969 Ford Mustang GT, became iconic and is a significant part of the film's aesthetic. 7. In the original script, the character of John Wick was written with a man in his 60s to play the role, given the titular character's legendary reputation, so the filmmakers had initially planned for an older actor to play the role. 8. Adrianne Palicki, who plays Perkins, did her own stunts. 9. The story is loosely inspired by an incident in Texas involving former Navy SEAL Marcus Luttrell, who wrote Lone Survivor about his fire team's ordeal during Operation Red Wings in Afghanistan in 2005. 10. The death of John Wick's wife made the role very personal for Keanu Reeves, considering the death of his former girlfriend, Jennifer Syme, in a car accident in 2001.
Baba Yaga.